Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Yakim and Akwath out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled, This World is Getting More and More Wicked. All right, and it could really be this world is getting more and more wicked by the day. Actually, that's what I'm gonna change it to. By the day. Or actually, you know what? This world gets more and more wicked by the day. All right, so live and in action, just changed it. Not live, but on the go. So Slakia changed it. The new title of this lesson, as you just saw it be changed, is This World Gets More and More Wicked by the Day. All right, I kind of already had it on my mind to change it, but when I saw it and heard it on the opening, I said, let me go ahead and change it. So, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So, this world gets more and more wicked by the day. All right, and man, hey, it's just another one of those through the spirit rants, just not necessarily a rant, but just getting blowing steam off, through the spirit. This week's lessons, they haven't been on the same thing, but, we had, 4 days ago, we can't wait to get the hell out of Babylon in this wicked world. All right, then we had the judgment report with a bunch of people dying. All right, I don't remember what we did for the backup. I believe it was dealing with, the you-know-what. All right, the Juicy Juice. All right, the Jump Shot Supreme. All right, and then we had, talk about the elect of Israel, all right, being the only ones that are going to make it out of this place, okay, and then yesterday we talked about, making sure you're praising the Lord and exalting and glorifying the Lord enough. All right, today's lesson's kind of similar, going back on to we can't wait to get the hell out of Babylon in this wicked world, kind of inspired by work events, man, because just being at work, you see, this past week, man, so much shit has popped off that it's just ridiculous. And this place is through. This place is fucking through, man. THRU through. So through, this place is through. It's done, man. You can see it like with the actions of the people. You can see it how by their acting, the spirits that are on these people, they're all fucked up. They're riled up. All right. They got demons all over them. All right, last week, I don't know how we want to grab it. If I just want to tell the stories and then, go on with the lesson there. But, last week, this week and all of it, man, you're seeing, wild shit all the time. I see wild shit at my job. Not wild shit on a general, but I see it on a pretty average basis. Something going down, someone saying something, right? People trying to fight. All right. Yesterday, all right, there was a fight. All right, these two dudes. All right, I guess, one dude rides a bike. I see him all the time. And this other dude, he's this white dude and this Asian dude, right? And the Asian dude, he's I don't know, he's a late 30s-ish, 30, maybe 35 at the youngest, I'd say. And this other guy's, I don't know, 40 or 50. And the guy that rides the bike's like 40 or 50. The other guy's young, small Asian, but built, looks like a MMA fighter, man. And apparently, one of the other, I don't know who it was. The Asian guy claims that it was the bike ran out in front of him, all right, and jumped out in front of him. And the guy on the bike said that it was the Asian guy, ran out in front of him and almost hit him in his car. So whoever it was, but anyway, they had a bickering outside the building. All right, they had a bickering. I kept seeing him, the Asian guy was doing the whole, step past this line. And the Edomite guy, you know how Edomites are. That's that hubris, man. He had something to prove. And he was older, and I was thinking, I was like, man, I could feel the energy getting weird. I knew that something was probably going to pop off. My coworker was like, I didn't think anything was going to happen. I said, I could tell, man. I could feel the energy. You can just feel it when something's like that's happening. You can just feel the energy's just, it's an energy shift, man. And lo and behold, they came in. All right. And then he said, never mind, they came in, all right, to go about their business. And then the white guy or someone popped off and said some shit again. And the Asian guy said, you want to go outside? And the white guy said, what? We were just out there already. So they went outside, and the Asian guy floored his ass, man. Bop, 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 bop. Good, like 30 seconds to a minute, right? Not too long. They're old school, so they don't do that shit where you just wailing on someone for 10 minutes. Fuck you, just wailing on someone, and then they go to the car and get the gun. No, that's new school shit. That's not how it used to be. So these guys are old school. So wailed it out for a minute. Got up. All right, the white dude's nose was bloody as fuck. All right, and the Asian guy just had the white dude's blood on him. That's it. Maybe a little scratch on his forehead because they were rolling around on concrete outside. I work in a little bit of a ghetto area, so you know it's nothing new. But man, even for that, it's just getting wild, man. These people out here are fucking going to blows. I seen driving by my wife on the speaking of yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before, one of them, I can't remember. It's the wickedness just fucking, it just flows through. It's just day to day in this place. So I can't even remember what day it was, but she was on the highway. She thought someone got into an accident. Nope, shooting happened. A shooting happened. Can you believe that? Nah, of course you can, because this place is getting more and more wicked by the fucking day, man. And we're sick of this goddamn place. This whole place is wicked. All these people are wicked. They gotta go, all right? The Most High has to come back. He must come back, or these people would burn this fucking place to the ground themselves almost, you know? Not literally like how Yahweh Shai is gonna do it, but this place, man, the infrastructure just can't hold. These people are wild. They're out of control, all right? They're losing their goddamn minds. The demons and spirits are on the all-time high, all right? The people are getting more and more wicked, and hey, man, it's wild. So we're gonna grab our first scripture for the lesson, all right? It's 2nd Esdras 15:6, and it reads, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted." Slaki, we got to get it from 5. 2nd Esdras 15:5. "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." All these things have to come. Plagues, right? People getting sick and dying and curling over and bad shit. I'm not talking about even COVID levels. I'm talking about bad, worse than Ebola. I'm talking about your butthole starts bleeding, your eyes pop out their sockets, pop, and then you just die, right? And I'm not saying that literally. I'm just, I'm being a little comical with it, but it can be that it can really be that bad. The Lord has these plagues that he can send, shit that you've never even heard of. People never even thought of something like COVID. People think about Ebola. Think about the concept of Ebola. Nobody ever thought you'd be bleeding from your asshole, ears, eyes, and nose. All right, some disease would be able to do that, but that's what Ebola does, man. You bleed from all of your orifices, probably your pee hole, right? Your fucking wiener hole, yeah, but all that shit. But what kind? That's a crazy disease, man. You're bleeding from your eyeballs, all right, from your sweat glands, your ear bowls, your pee hole, your piss hole, your asshole, all these. That's awful, man. That's awful. And I think it's Ebola, the one where you also have like you like shit yourself to death because it causes like some type of crazy diarrhea or something. That is a plague of the Lord, man. That is awful. That is an awful, awful way to go. All right. And those are things that we know about. That's things that we know about. All right. What other things that we don't know about that the Lord has? What other grand tricks of the Lord does he have up his sleeve to pull out and punish this place, man? You don't want no part of this, man. And these people in this world are gonna fucking die, man. They're not gonna make it. They're not gonna survive. All right, only the elect's gonna make it, as we talked yesterday. And all these other people, they gotta go, man. Fighting in the middle, just fighting out in front of a building. And hey, call all Yahweh Shemiao Shai. They didn't bring it inside. All right, that's the guy. Because when they came in, they're like, we want to call the cops. I said, look, bro, I'm old school. I believe there's nothing wrong with two men, duking it out. All right, and solving their business. All right, and that's it. I'm not going to call the cops, all right? And, and that's that. I'm not going to call the cops. I don't particularly want to do it, all right? I've already had to call the cops at my job more than I would like to have to, all right? So I didn't tell them that, but that's just in my mind. So I'm like, I'm not going to do it. They can just go on their way. Y'all fought it out like men. Go on your way, all right? They didn't start any issues. That was it. Boom, bam, done, all right? So it was at least I told them, I don't remember if I told them. I was telling my coworker, I'm like, look, they were respectful enough to do it outside because people will brawl in our building. All right, people will do it. Not that I've seen it, but they've started. There's been almost fights in our building before, and I'm sure there has been fights before. I just wasn't there for it. So, it's just one of those things where it's like, you were courteous enough to do it outside. You saved me the issue from, technically I probably should have filed a report, but I ain't doing that shit. All right, I ain't doing that shit. The way I am with my job, nah, nope. All right, I ain't putting any extra effort in that because they don't hand me nothing back. So I ain't putting any effort. I'll show up, do my job. That's it. They want a report. They better hire someone to get a report because it ain't gonna be my ass. So and it's two dudes fighting outside. So it has nothing to do with the building. I don't need to do a building report when these two motherfuckers were outside. So, but it's just one of those things of many. And the week before that, we had this dude call in with pranking my coworker. I picked up the phone. I said, "Hey, look, man, it's not funny. All right, you're messing with my coworker. Just stop." He said, "What are you, the supervisor? Because I'm in the car. I'll come in. You want me to come in? You want me to fucking come in?" And just yelling. I'm like, this shit. It's one of those prank calls and just folly, man. And I cursed that guy out. Lord willing, Yahweh Shai Shai has that guy wrapped around a pole. Now, he could already be taken out. Who knows? Because I cursed him hard, man. Lord willing, that guy crashes his car around a pole. Fucking, he's one of those dudes where his head pops off in the car. All right? Blood all dripping out. We can't save him. All right? Lord willing, man. Because fuck these people, man. Fuck these people. These people got to go. These people have got to go. And we ain't going to be the ones doing it. Yahweh Shai is. And trust me, you'd much rather, when that happens, you'd much rather it had been one of us that had got a hold of you instead of the Lord, okay? Because you always try to make it seem like we're violent individuals, like we're going to do something. We're not going to do anything. As a matter of fact, the Lord told us not to do anything. This is Romans 12:19. It says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord." We're not going to do anything to you, so you don't have to worry about that. They try to label us as violent, extremists. Oh, they're going to hurt people. No, we're not going to hurt people. The Lord will. All right, he's the one you got to worry about, not us. We're not violent. All right, we talk a lot. Oh, I'd like to beat his ass. We're not going to go out and beat someone's ass unless they try starting issues with us and we have to fight to defend ourselves. We ain't going to do nothing. We're harmless. All right, harmless as doves, wise as serpents, harmless as doves. Right? There's another scripture. Let's go get it. Wise as serpents. This is Matthew 10:16. It says, "Behold," this is red letter Yahweh Shai speaking, right? Commanding us. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, as harmless and harmless as doves." Salakia, let me read it again. "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." So that's also dealing with circumspection. You gotta, be careful. And I could have been more careful when I answered that phone because the guy was pissing me off because one of my coworkers, he's a little touched in the head. All right, and he's on the phone for 15, 25 minutes, and I told him to put it on the speaker, and he's over here. I said, "Hey man, it's not funny, dude. It's not funny." All right, and I could have said it better. I'm sure I could have just told him to hang up. But I was a little angry when I answered it. I wasn't, "Hey, motherfucker," but I said, "Hey, man, it's not funny. It's not funny. You got my coworker over on the phone for 15 minutes pranking him. It's not cool." And then he blew up and, "Oh, I'm over here. You want me to fucking come in because I'm sitting in the parking lot right now? Yeah. And when I come in, don't you try to hide behind your coworker." All that shit, man. So, hey, Lord willing, call all Yahweh Shai that guy dies a terrible, terrible, terrible death soon. And he suffers, he's miserable, and he's terrified and just so afraid in his final moments. Lord willing. Babu Kusha, Babu Kusha, Babu Kusha. Fuck that guy. So, and all you people, man, hey, you got a terrible thing coming for you. And it ain't gonna be from us. And when it happens from the Lord, like I said, you much rather it had been from us. And you try to paint us out as violent people. But as we've read through the scriptures, we don't do nothing. It is our goal to be harmless as doves and wise as serpents. All right, smart but harmless. All right, we're not gonna hurt you. We're not gonna go and beat you up. All right, unless you try to throw your hands on us, then we'll defend ourselves to the best of our ability, right, through Yahweh Shai. But that's it. That's it. It's the Lord that's gonna come and repay. Like it says, Romans 12:19, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord." It's not our job to repay. Someone wronged us, and we're gonna go out. I'm gonna get our lick back, right? As the elder brother Manat Zatba always says, it's not our job to go and get our lick back. All right, someone bitched us, all right, and I'm gonna go and find them and and beat them up or whatever, you know, or shoot them or whatever these people in the world do. That's not our job. All right, we don't, you know. And for example, in avenging ourselves goes a long way. My boss is a butch bitch. All right, a lesbian butch bitch. All right, that is fuck her in all sorts of types of way. All right, because she's just wicked. All right, she hates Jake. All right, notably so-called Negroes. All right, hates them vehemently. All right, cannot stand them. All right, she'll never let you know that. There's already been 2 reports on her, 2 big launched internal reports on her racism. Right, but you know they let her stay. Right, probably because she's a woman and she's in that alpha community. You know, I'm talking about the alphabet community. All right, so she can get away with whatever. So you know, fuck these people, man. You know, and there's those things, you know, there's things that you could do, but you're not gonna do them. All right, I could just do one more thing where next time she does something or acts some type of way to a Jake, I could just literally put in a report, hey, she was racist. That'd be 3 strikes you're out, man. They'd have to at that point, because apparently the last one she told me it was really big. She looked like she was about to cry the last time she was telling me about it. She's like, yeah, it was really bad. They launched a big report. Fuck you, bitch. Dumbass hoe. You know. And it's shit, man. We hate these people of the world, man. We really hate these people. They're stupid. It's full of folly, and you know they treat you like shit. Here you are, you just show up, do your job, and they treat you like shit for no reason. All right, because you aren't down with their lifestyle, or because you don't act like them in the world. And you'll see that, you brothers and sisters, especially you new brothers and sisters that are waking up just now. Just know that when you're in this truth, you will be treated like shit. All right, just know that, because they can feel to them it feels like something's off. But the thing is that something's on, something's right. It's not that something's wrong, it's that something's right. And they can feel that on you, and it feels like something's wrong. Now remember, you know, they call good evil and evil good, right? So they have everything backed up. So when they feel good, it feels bad to them. They're a bad person. They're a bad person, right? No matter what you do, how cool, you could be cool as hell. It don't matter. These people generally will have something against you. All right, and you might be able, especially if they're Edomites, man. Especially the Edomites, you might be able to get down and cool with a Jake coworker or someone that shows up at the job. All right, even if they're not in the truth, you might be able to still, you know, talk about some rep football or some shit. Like the guy at my work, we talk about football. We're big into football, and you know, trying to get into hockey, right? Trying, because you know ain't no football on right now, but you know, hey man, you know, these in general, and it's not gonna be everyone. Not everyone's gonna hate your guts, but a large chunk, you know. Hell, me and him are pretty much the only ones that are cool at that job. Everyone, you know, there's another guy that works at night. He's all right. I mean, he talks sometimes. He's kind of little, I think he's got like something going on in the head, like mass like a depression or something. You know, and other than that, like trying to think if there's anybody. That's pretty much it, man. Everybody else, you know, the slow guy I talked about, he's all right. He's a Mormon though, so what can you do? But the main guy is that Mexican, that Israelite guy talk about. So, you know, and this, you know, hey, we got to put up with a lot here, man. We got to put up a lot in Babylon, and that's just part of that. You know, we're gonna go through hells and trials and tribulations. It's all part of that process of being built up, as we talked about yesterday in Elect, in the video about the Elect. And it's just, man, this place just makes you want to get out. All right, this place makes you want to get out of it. So I've been rambling too long. This is Matthew 24 and 12. It reads, and because we'll actually we'll just get 12, but for context, I'll go up to the top. Now, Matthew chapter 24. Now, we've gotten this a lot on this channel, as many other brothers and their channels have gotten as well, because these are future prophecies, man. This is when Yahushua was talking to his disciples. His disciples are asking, hey, how are we gonna know when you're coming back, Lord? How are we gonna know what will be the signs of the times, you know? And Yahushua answered them, right? Well, and we're just gonna get through 1 and 4. All right, we'll read 1 and 4 so you understand the context, but we're not gonna read all of them. That's something for a signs of the times lesson to do. But verse 24, not verse 24, chapter 24 and verse 1, Matthew 24 and 1 says, and Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. It says, and Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. So he said, look at all these things. These things aren't going to be here anymore. All right, in verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples, all right, his chosen people, all right, came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? They went to Yahushua and said, Tell us, Lord, how are we going to know? What type of things are going to happen in the world? What will there be different things? What do we have to look for? How do we know when you're coming back? How will we know? In verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said to them, Take heed that no man deceive you. And then on down, all right, it talks about take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. We had to finish it up. So there's many different many different future prophecies, all right, that are going out, and some of them are being fulfilled as we speak. All right, right now, where is it? Right here in verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. That's coming out, right? That's coming out. It's being preached, all right? There's a lot of things, all right? But the one we're focusing on today, all right, is Matthew 24:12, which is, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Iniquity, what is iniquity? Iniquity is sin, wickedness, right? Disgusting, just vile behavior, right?
Iniquity.
All right, immoral and grossly unfair behavior, wickedness, immorality, impropriety, vice, evil, sin, villainy, criminality, crime, heinousness, nefariousness, knavery, vileness, foulness, baseness, odiousness, atrociousness, dreadfulness, egregiousness, outrageousness, outrage, monstrousness, obscenity, reprehensibility, ungodliness, godlessness, impiety, devilry, transgression, wrongdoing, wrong offense, injury, violation, and atrocity, right? All that shit is just polluting like the symbiote, man. Like the symbiote from I'm not too well versed on it, but that's how like Venom and like when remember like Black Spider-Man, that shit just like a fucking vile disease just spreading out upon the world, just those like that weird, dark matter, black, just that poisonous, really, toxin, all right, that's just rolling out and just seeping into people's body, and just, like a fucking demon, really, like a demon. It's just seeping in and overtaking their body, like vines and branches holding them down. And it's just, it's polluting the world. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, man. Okay. Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity, wickedness, sin, evil, right, shall abound. What does abound mean? Let's get that. What is abound?
Abound.
Exist in large numbers or amounts, all right, to flourish, to thrive, okay? Because wickedness shall thrive, right, in the world, right? Because wickedness shall thrive, and everybody's wicked, and everybody loves wickedness. And you tell them something good, they say, fuck that. I'd rather have this. It's evil. I'm going to kill babies and be this and be a mo. They'd rather have that. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Because of that, people don't give a shit about you anymore. People will deck you in the face. People will stab you. People will shoot you. People will gun you down. It does not matter, man. These people do not give a shit. They don't care about your life. People don't think about life anymore. People don't think about everybody has an individual purpose in the day. They wake up. They see things through their eyes. They're an existing creature. They have sentience themselves. All right. They have things that they do. They have family members. They have favorite colors. They have their own individual lives that they live, things that bring them joy and things that do not bring them joy. People do not think about that anymore. They don't think of people as people. They think of people as cattle, and they don't give a fuck about whether you live or if you go home and see your kids or your wife or your family tonight. They do not give a single shit, okay? And these people got to go, man. These people got to go. These devilry, inhuman, vile, wicked fucking scum of the earth have got to go, all right? Because they see people not as people, but as torturing punching bags, and these are the scum of the earth, the low down, just vile, fucking wicked pieces of shits, and they gotta go, man. They gotta go. And this whole world is down with it. They're down with it. They're down with it, man. They're down with the agenda. They're down with Esau, and that's how Esau is. Esau is fucking laughing maniacally and cackling away. All right, just thinking about how wicked this place is, because that's how he wants it to be. People shooting each other, stabbing each other, women cheating on their men, all right, and saying you ain't shit, you're a bitch, stabbing them, shooting them, taking them for all they got, right? Making songs about getting abortions, all right, men with men, women with women, all right, men with little kids, women with little kids, little people making islands where you can go and do all this stuff and sacrifice and get adrenochrome and get blood and smear it on your face and get down with a little kid. This is the world, man. You really want to stay in this place? This is where you want to be? Hell to the fuck? Nah, you don't want to be in this place. This place has got to go. 1 John 5:19, it says, and we know that we are of Yahweh, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. And here's the big problem. All right, here's the big problem. We are of Yahweh, all right, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and we are dwelling in a place that is of the world, okay? Those things are not compatible, okay? They are not compatible, okay? Now think about it. Go back to when we were in the world. We got along much smoother. All right, our days were smoother. All right, things were in general, you know, we and also we didn't have the perceived knowledge of why shit was happening to us. Why is this happening to me? Meanwhile, you're smoking a cigarette and you just got done smoking a big ass blunt. That's me. That's me. That was me back in the day. Here I am, you know, hitting a pipe. All right, here I am smoking a Newport out on the back porch, thinking, why is all this shit happening to me, man? Why is this shit happening to me? You know, that was me. That was literally me. I'd smoke a big old bowl or a bong. Fucking rip tons of weed all day, go outside and smoke a cigarette and ponder life and wonder, why is all this bad shit happening to me, man? You know, ate some pork chops for dinner, right? Why is all this shit happening to me? So now that we're in this truth, we understand why that shit was happening to us. We were being wicked, but we didn't understand it, all right? So it seemed more smooth because we were of the world, right? We were of the world. Now we're not. Now we're of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai because he's reached out and blessed us, really, all right, and fixed our fucked up minds, all right, because they were fucked up and in the wrong place, and now we see this place as it is, and we know we get along, we not get along, we move along, all right, at a ready pace, all right, you know, watch sports and yeah, you know, we can't sit there and just mope all day. Watch sports, play some video games, read some books, watch TV, go to bed, start it over, you know. And of course, first and foremost, importantly, doing the work in the will of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai with making these lessons and watching lessons, right? But that's our day, man. And just over and over and over and over and over. Next day, 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 next day. The shit don't change. Next day, next day, next day, next day, next day. We might have a little bit of vacation. You know, I'm gonna go over here. Next day, next day, next day. It's the same shit, man, back to back. And it's decent to do things in repetition because we're supposed to be austere, like Yahweh Shai, all right, and not have some particularly lavish, all right, or glamorous life, all right. But the same time, man, you know, doing the same thing on a day-to-day basis is good. But when you're doing the same thing on a day-to-day basis and you have to go to the same place where there's wicked every day, it can take a toll on you, all right. In a society where, yeah, we could watch our lessons and preach and you know, talk with the brothers and that, yeah, that perfect society. But you know, in a world that we have to go to, we get to do those things, but we also have to go to work, all right, where there's that same bitch ass boss or same bitch ass coworker, and just as we have to do everything, you know, on the same base every single day, that motherfucker's there all the time. You see him every single day, and you don't want to see him, or you don't want to see her, or whoever it is, or that customer, that piece of shit customer, whoever it is that you have to deal with, or multiple people, or multiple customers, or multiple coworkers, or multiple supervisors, right? So, hey, man, but hey, it's just the shit we got to go through. We go through hells, and hey, we got to go through what we got to go through, right? Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai is sending us to it through a reason, all right, to build us up as people, make us stronger, right? But these people, hey, these people have got to go. All right, and this whole world, man, is just wicked. It's wicked, 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 wicked. And it's got to go. It's got to burn. It's got to be destroyed. It's got to have plagues inhabit it. These people got to go. It ain't it ain't looking so great for the people of the world. They got to go, man, because these people will not change. They love this. They don't think anything's wrong with the world. Think about that. They don't think anything's wrong with the world. Oh, there's always been violence in the world. There's always been bad in the world. Nah, man, I've been here for 27 fucking years in worldly terms, you know, 27 minutes, right? Biblical terms. And other brothers been here for longer, and even I know that when I was younger, the shit wasn't this fucking bad. It was not this bad. Early 2000s, the shit was not this bad. No, it was not. It's always been this bad. No, it wasn't. Kids have always been this stupid. No, they weren't. I mean, we did some dumb shit, yeah, but we weren't eating Tide Pods. We weren't doing the kill yourself challenge. We weren't doing some weirdo shit. All right. We were still making fun of the Moes. All right. We used to play a game, football, called Smear the Queer. All right. And I remember the day that they say, hey, you can't call it that anymore. You got to call it Blazing Bowl or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Me and my friends still called that shit Smear the Queer. Now, apparently, queer is a good term again. You can use it now. Gender queer, that's a thing you can use now. I'm fucking confused, man. We got in trouble for saying it back in the day. Now it's okay, but maybe only they can use it. All right, that's cool. Whatever you want. if you go ahead and you do you. All right, you Bati boys. If that's your thing, we can use it now. It's our word. I'm like, all right, I see what you're trying to do. But hey, so yes, the world has gotten more wicked. The world has gotten significantly worse. All right, significantly worse, and it started going downhill at an alarming rate right after 9/11. All right, right after those trade centers, right after that, the America just all the way down, stock plummeting. Meow. No pun intended with the plane sounds, but maybe a little bit of pun intended. But still, like these, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And really, when I saw the world really start popping off and real bad wickedness was right around like 2012, 13 is 14 is when it really started getting bad, right? When it really started popping off and getting real bad, when you start, Nicki Minaj in the prime and all this weird shit at the forefront, and then you had a lot of the Moes coming out from the woodworks, after that whole shit where Obama, legalized the what, all right, and it just started getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and now we're in 2024, and man, it's the worst year ever so far. Every year is the worst year ever, right? 2022, worst year ever. Then 2023 comes and it's the worst year ever. Then 2024 comes and it's the worst year ever, right? We're waiting for the real worst year ever, and that's the year that Jacob's Trouble pops off and we can get the hell out of this place, Lord willing, right? Lord willing, we're part of the elect. So let's get another scripture. Let me grab a drink because I've been talking my mouth off. Yeah, man, so this world gets more and more wicked by the day, which means every day is a little bit more wicked than the last. All right? Every day is a little bit more wicked than the last because this day gets more and more wicked by the day. Remember, I was just thinking about it today. Because the elder brother Manat Zatba, when I was looking on his channel for a lesson to watch today, there was a repost, or maybe it wasn't a repost. Maybe it just came up. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he didn't repost it. I thought he did. Let me see. Let me try it again. Let me see down here. I guess he didn't repost it, but it came up in my, on your YouTube main channel, like up here, and it was by the elder brother. I can't remember which channel, if it was GMS Walk and Talk SC8 or on his other one, GMS South Carolina 08. But he had a lesson that popped up, and I watched it when it came out. It was called Baby Daddy Free is the most wickedest song ever. Now, it's not really the most wickedest song ever now, because since then, he did a lesson on hood rats, right? He did one on hood rats, and those things. And that's not saying the elder brother was wrong, but at the time it was the most wickedest song. It's still up there for grabs. Hell, it still might be number one. Really, it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty bad. It's a contender for worst song ever, the most wicked song ever. But there's so many more songs that I've heard now, and that the elder brother, and the songs they're pushing vibrations through songs too, there's that fucking hood rats. She has something about put a Percocet in my butthole. What type of lyric is that? Hood rat lyrics. Hood rats lyrics. Sexy Red and Sukiana, yeah. So look, let's see. It says, let me see where it was. You can see the lyrics. I'm not gonna read. Look, I mean, here's one lyric. I'll just read some of them. Look, lost my virginity and turned into a hoe. That's what they're glorifying in this world. All right, yeah, here. I'm gonna go ahead and read this lyric, and tell me if this ain't the most ratchet lyric. And I'm gonna go back to talking because I suck. Like a champion when he put the perk in my ass. That's a real lyric, folks, from Sexy Red and Sukihana. That song came out last year. That's a real song. She sucks, you know what, like a champion when he put the perk in my ass. Psh, what kind of song is that? Hood rats, they love them hood rats. You know, it's lyric, my pussy good, that's why a bitch stay pregnant. Psst. Tell Joe Biden I want to suck on the president. I didn't know about that one. God damn. And then look, you ain't kill my man, so I went through and bought him switches. We got matching Glocks with a 30. So this look, gun violence and whoredom and harlotry and if you had to have a sound effect to describe how you feel in Babylon, that's what it would be. Just a long right? Just fuck this place, man. This place is fucking hate this place, man. This place sucks. All right. Like fucking Beavis and Butthead back in the night. This sucks, you know. It does, man. You know, fuck. So 1 John 5:19 it says, "And we know that we are of Yahweh, and the whole world lieth in wickedness." So we kind of have our own little thing, you know, the comment boards with brothers and, you know, the sisters. They don't really supposed to be talking too much on the comment board, but, you know, the brothers and all that. Or brothers might have individual group chats where they talk to each other, and you have your little places of a little solstice or solace for a little bit, right? Here a little bit, right? Just for a couple 5-10 minutes, right? And then you get pulled back in the world. Same thing with movies. You might, you know, be able to zone out and go into a different world for like an hour, all right, play a video game, and then you come back to the world. You're like, no, fucking put me back in, man. I fucking hate this place. You know, you're fighting and tearing off chains. No, don't make me do it. This place sucks, man. But you got to make sure you can't use escapism too much. All right, you don't want to have escape so much that you don't realize how shitty the world is. You can play video games and watch movies and read books and escape, but you don't want to escape so much you forget how wicked this place is. All right, because this place fucking sucks, man, to the extreme. Fuck this place. Please, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, come back soon and destroy this place. Lord willing, we can be part of the elect. Please, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha. This place sucks. Fucking hate this place, man. And you know, all you brothers and sisters feel the same. At least you should, right? Because we hate this place. It's just certain days we are more vexed than others. And as of this week, this last 2 weeks, man, I've been vexed to the extreme. I fucking hate this place. I fucking hate these people. Right? These people are stupid. You know, that person calling, I'm gonna come in, you know, and I'm like, you know, hell, I don't know how big he is. Yeah, maybe he could whip my ass. I knew it was a prank call, but hell, it makes me want to just whack him over the head with a goddamn hammer. You know, just fuck him, take him out, right? Not that we would, like I said, we talk, right? But we're harmless as doves, right? Because we were commanded by our Lord, because we listen to our Lord, not y'all, not what y'all say. All right, we listen to our Lord. Our Lord said, don't do it. We're not gonna do it. All right. He said, don't do it. Lord said not to eat pork for you, a lower level. We won't even eat pork because of it. The Lord tells us not to go and do that. We're sure not going to do that. We won't even eat pork, right? And that's a big thing, but you think it's little. You won't even eat a meat. No, I wouldn't eat a diaper either. So just saying, I wouldn't eat a turd that I fall on the ground either. So no, I would not eat pork. No, I would not. Unless it was on accident somehow and it slipped into my food. That's the only way it would be getting into my mouth. So Ephesians 6:10 through 18, verse 10, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Now, wiles are tricks, plans, right? Remember Wile E. Coyote? It's all in the name. Wile. Devious or cunning stratagems employed by manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. Tricks, schemes, right? And all you had to do is wile, right? And then all you did was Wile E. Coyote. All right? Wile E. Coyote, right? And what did he do? Tricks, right? Ruses, ploys. They never worked out for him, right? They never worked out for him. You know, and if you look at the Roadrunner, Coyote and Roadrunner, both of them are good visual representations of the elect. The Coyote can be used as the elect, and the Roadrunner can be used as the elect. But also, the Coyote can be used as an Edomites as well. All right, it goes two different ways. There's two different ways, because I thought about it. You can look at it two different ways. You can look at the one way I like. This is my favorite way to look at it. You can look at it as the Coyote is an Edomite, and the Roadrunner is the elect. So the Edomites are trying to come up with these coys, these tricks, these plans, right? And they're trying to buy all these weapons, these bombs and these slingshots and all these things and put them against us, all right? And not necessarily physically, but spiritually putting wickedness out there. And it just doesn't ever hit us, man. It just, Lord willing, we're of the elect. When I say us, Lord willing, we're of the elect. We're the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we are of the elect. But those things don't ever hit us, man. They try and they try and they try and they try and they try. But the Lord is protecting his own, right? That's the way I like to look at it. The other way you could look at it is, you have this obstacle that you're trying to get over, and here you are the elect, all right? And you're trying, and nothing ever works out for you, right? You're trying, and you're buying these things, and it's just not working out for you. That's how you can look at it for, being the elect with Wile E. Coyote. Nothing ever works out for him, all right? Because we're it's just Jake. We have curses on us, so things don't generally go, our way, right? And it's not meant to go our way. It's meant to go Yahweh Shem Shai's way. But we go through shit in hell, right? So, but I prefer the first way. I've looked at it both ways, but I prefer thinking as the Roadrunner as the elect, right? And then Wile E. Coyote as the Edomites, the devil's trying to put shit out on us, and it never does work. It never does work, right? So, verse 11, Ephesians 6 and 11, put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now remember, put on the whole armor. You got to put on the whole armor. Okay, you got to put on the helmet, you got to put on the breastplate, you got to put on the shield, right? You got to put all those things, right? You got to have all those things. There's another scripture that talks about that, right? The breastplate of salvation, I believe, right? So there's just a lot of different, you have to put on the whole armor. You don't want to go out there, here it is, you have your whole body armored up, you didn't put your helmet on, and you get an arrow directly to the head, or you got everything else on, but you don't have a chest piece, and you get shot in the heart. Or or you get, you don't have no bracers on, and you get something to your arm, and it takes your arm out. Now you can't do something you're supposed to do, or something with your leg, all right, and now you took an arrow to the knee, Skyrim reference. All right, you took an arrow to the knee, you ain't gonna be much use now, right? You ain't gonna be much use. So verse 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." We don't have a line of 30 people that we gotta go through and fight per day. All right, and on a general basis, we don't get in fights. And Lord willing, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we don't, because we're not partial to them. All right, we don't want to fight. We don't want to throw blows. We don't want to get involved in all that shit. We want to go about our day. All right, do the will of the Father, work our job, come home, relax. That's it. That's what we want to do, right? That's it. We don't want to throw blows with anybody. But for the vast majority, we're not doing those things. But we are wrestling against these principalities, this wickedness, the spiritual wickedness, right? Verse 12, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." It says, "Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh," the whole armor, not just a little bit, right? "The whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with the truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness." There it is. I didn't read down. It says, "And have your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh." So the sword is this word, right? It says, "Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints." Watching, listening, pay attention, pray, right? That's how we're supposed to be being. So let's go and get 2 Esdras 9 and 3 through 4. It reads, verse 3, "Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of people in the world," when you've seen all these things, fights and clamoring and all this shit, what then? It says, verse 4, "Then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath beginning and an end, and the end is manifest," the end is on its way. We are waiting, and Lord willing, it's soon, and we make it out of here as members of the elect, right? And we're waiting, right? Revelation 2 and 25. "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come." This is red letter Yahushai speaking. We got to wait, right? And luckily, all right, Lord, well, not luckily, but, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I hate to say the word luck, through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We have protection, right? This is Nahum 1 and 6 through 1 and 9. It says, "Who can stand before his indignation?" Who's the Lord's, right? Because he's going to come back and destroy this place. Who can stand before his indignation, and who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, like a big castle you can run into, right? It says, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Lord knows who trusts in him, and he knows who doesn't, right? It says, but with an overwhelming flood, overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place therefore, or thereof. So let me start over. Verse 8, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. We're not trying to be an enemy of the Lord, but y'all are, all right? Not you brothers and sisters, but y'all in the world. You're enemies of the Lord. It says, verse 9, what do you imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. It's not going to come back. You fuckers are not going to do this wickedness ever again. Ever again, man. Ever again. And it's going to be great. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, you know, and continuing on, we got to go and get Proverbs 18 and 10, because down here it says, in verse 7, it said, the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Well, also, those that trust in him are going to know his name. And, you know, you have to have the name to be able to partake with that. Proverbs 18 and 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. All right, do you know his name? All right, what is his name, and what is his father? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell? Roughly paraphrasing, right? Is the father's name is Yahweh, the son's name is Yahweh Shai. If you don't have the names, then yeah, you're not going to be able to partake in those specialties, all right, that the Lord has for his people. All right, so Ezekiel 7:25, and that's where we're going to close out, says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We're going to be, you know, guarded by the Lord as if in a strong tower. Okay, but y'all, you're going to see this destruction and terrible shit coming, and bad, just all awful, worse than you've ever seen, worse than ever has been and ever will be, right? And you're gonna, and let me go see if I can get that, such as, yeah, right here, Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And man, again, that's red letter Yahweh Shai speaking. All right, in Matthew 24. Again, if you haven't read Matthew 24 in its entirety, go and read it, because those are future prophecies. So hey, man, it's not looking so good for y'all. All right, and Lord willing, we have a chance. All right, we have a chance. So Lord willing, we can be part of the elect. All right, that's what we're hoping on. That's what we're banking on. We're putting all of our chips on the Lord, and that's who we're with. All right, we're not even going to put one chip over with them, because those people of the world, fuck them. All right, we got all our chips on the Lord. Not that we're gambling on the Lord. It's just, you know, figurative speech. All right, because we know who's going to win this one. All right, we have insider knowledge, right? You know, the insider trading. We have insider knowledge. We already know that Yahweh Shai is going to win this. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to be victorious in the end, not y'all. All right, we're hoping to be on his side and be members of the elect. And laugh at you while we're in chariots. Ha ha ha, look at him, ha ha ha, remember him? Hey, that was my boss. Ha, fuck him, man. Yeah, I bet he treated you like shit. Yeah, he did every single day. Yeah, fuck him. Look at him burning down there. Ha 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 ha. That's great, you know. And yeah, we're gonna, if the Lord's gonna laugh at your calamity, we damn sure will as well. Okay, because hey, you know, that's how it's gonna be. So y'all can get it. All right, Lord willing, part of the elect. This world gets more and more wicked by the day, and we want to get the hell out of this place. All right, not early by any means. We want to get out of here on chariots so we can be amongst the elect. All right, all of us there in those chariots with all the brothers and sisters, and Yahweh Shai, most importantly of all. And hey, man, to get out of this place and finally have just be able to, man, just let out that sigh, and just like relax, man. Hey, we're hoping for it, and Lord willing, it comes soon. So with that, we're going to close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.